Hey guys, it's Ryan, and it's time to check out what's new in the Smokies for the month of September. As we drive through Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I'll be making a number of stops along the way, checking out places that are about to open, and updating you on some places that have unfortunately closed. We'll be going over a number of fall festivals kicking off this summer, and going over a very popular car show to help you navigate crowds. So whether you're planning your very first trip to the area or just want to go along with me to check out your home away from home, we hope you enjoy this video. But before we get started, if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button down below, it's free to do and is a great way to stay updated with what's new in the Smokies. Thank you so much for those of you who have. As we get started on today's driving and walking tour, it is a beautiful day here in Sevierville right now. So we're gonna get off the exit here at 407, and our first stop is gonna be to the stadium over here on the left. So since it's September, every football fan out there has that twinkle in their eye. They think, this is it, this is our year, we're going all the way. Except Browns fans. Browns fans, I think, no, there's always gonna be something that just goes wrong. And Lions fans, man, I feel for you, Browns fans and Detroit Lions fans. But one team that has won a championship is the Tennessee Smokies. I highlighted last month, and I wanted to give one last reminder. September is the last month of games here at this Smokies Stadium. Then they move them to their new stadium in Knoxville. So whether you're a Cubs fan or not, you can come to this stadium and have a fantastic time with your family. So last call to come enjoy a game here. We've had a lot of fun through the years enjoying games here. So we can still see them in Knoxville, but it will be a much further drive. Before they move to Knoxville, you could still stop by the stadium store here and pick up a Babe Ruth autograph for $17,000. So if you have a hardcore baseball fan, you can come in here and pick up a couple things before the store shuts down and moves. And across the street from the Smoky Stadium is the world's second largest Buc-ee's. And I did notice they put in something over here I want to show you real quick. Over by the car wash, they added this new area, which has a couple bike racks and some places to sit. And I noticed this little area over here, which is a repair area, which has a number of repair tools for your bike. So for anyone who is adventurous enough to ride their bikes to the Smokies, I've never seen a bike parked here, but they do have a little spot for parking your bike. And I've noticed mostly people who are walking their dogs utilizing these new seats they put in here over by the dog walking area. And just down the street from Buc-ee's, the Courtyard by Marriott is coming to completion, so that should be opening up very soon. This exit 407 gap, the Gateway to Adventure area, has unfortunately seen some delays. It sounds like they were going to put in a theme park here called the Cherokee Rose. That's been delayed indefinitely. They're kind of, I think, revamping their game plan. This is going to be an area very similar to the island in Pigeon Forge, with a number of different attractions, shops, and restaurants. But again, based on what I heard last in an article, they have kind of put things on hold for a little bit. So I don't see any structures going up anytime soon, at least this year. For the time being, all the truckers that want to stop here and go into Buc-ee's have been utilizing this area and walk across the street. So I'm sure some of the truckers will be bummed once they start. I've even heard talks of a Sports Illustrated resort being built somewhere here in this area in the future. So we'll keep you updated if we hear or see of anything else going on here at exit 407. Well, let's get back on the road and head towards downtown Sevierville. As we come up to this Weigel's gas station, right next to it, they are building a Dunkin Donuts. So there is a Dunkin Donuts just down the road to the right, but it looks like they're putting in another one right here if you're wondering what they are building. As we come up to this bridge and the knife store, I did want to touch on weather, which should be still fairly warm in September. You're looking at highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s historically of what the averages have been. It's going to cool down a lot more come October. September is still going to be a warm month, which brings us to our next stop, which is Soaky Mountain, which will remain open throughout the month of September, but only on the weekends, and then it will close down on September 29th for the rest of the year. It will reopen in May. They recently announced their new Rafters Rage water slide. That is a 6-person raft ride reaching speeds up to 19 miles per hour. So I'm excited to come back here with the kids when the park does open up in May. But much like the stadium, this is the last month that you can enjoy the water park, both here and the one at Dollywood Splash Country. We'll do our best to come back and show you what the new slide that they open up for next season is like when it does. I do hope with Soaky Mountain adding new water slides, it does kind of put a little fire under Dollywood to also add more things to Dollywood's Splash Country in the future. Competition can be a great thing for businesses. Speaking of competition, Walmart will have some competition here at the new Target. So let's drive up here and take a closer look at the Target, which does have an opening date now. It should be open on October 13th. So they have employees, they're training right now, and they are stocking up the store with products. And again, official opening date for this Target will be October 13th. We can also see what is going in next to the Target, which is a CVS pharmacy right here. I guess that's essentially part of the Target. So I've not seen a CVS built into a Target, but this will be the first one that I know of. And next to that, my girls will be so excited as they are putting in a Bath and Body Works in one of these units right next door. And again, I've heard there's supposed to be a Skechers over here. Oh, and this one says America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses here at the end. So over the next month, a number of these retail locations should be filling in. So we'll keep you updated on what is going next to the Target here in Sevierville, Tennessee. Looks like they've got this other entrance open along with a light that they added at the other entrance we came in on. I'm kind of curious if they'll end up connecting these two plaza areas or not in the long run. But right next to Freddy's, just past the Chick-fil-A, you have the Half Moon Outfit, Half Moon Outfitters. So I don't have an opening date of this store yet, but when it does, we'll try to pop in there and show you some of the different merchandise that they sell. And right by the Publix was a roll-on-in sushi right here. That did close down this last month. And there's a pizza place they've been trying to get open, but I think it's had some challenges. So if you're looking to get some sushi here, you no longer can, unfortunately. So let's drive into downtown Sevierville over by the Dolly Parton statue. There is a place that I know you could get some sushi and some other businesses that have unfortunately closed. As we come up to this Seasons 101 restaurant, Bree and I had dinner here the other night. It was fantastic. One of our go-to places here downtown. There is some construction going on to the right, which I believe is an addition to the juvenile court system. Go by Reds. Oh, it's a beautiful day to walk downtown Sevierville right now. We have the Dolly Parton statue over here on the right. With roll-on-in closing down, you could still get some sushi here at Pinchy's and enjoy their lawn area as the weather does start to cool down. And if you are looking to get some chicken wings, you can do so at the Pines across the street. They have 99-cent wings on Tuesdays, which could be an alternative to Trotter's Whole Hog Barbecue, which has officially closed down at this location. They've decided to focus on doing catering. So this particular retail location is no longer open, along with another place across the street, which is Jolene's, which was a little boutique store that had lots of Dolly Parton merchandise. They have now since merged with this place, so you can get a couple of Dolly Parton items in here. Not as much as they did previously have, but there are a couple things that you can get in here. Some of the paintings and a couple different jackets in here. And just across the street from the Dolly Parton statue on this corner is a brand new pizza restaurant that they're working on finishing up. Don't have an exact opening date, but it has come along pretty well. I can see a sign over here, and on the floor it says dough. So we'll see what type of different ingredients and ways that they serve dough at this new pizza place once it does open up. It looks like should be very soon. If not this month, perhaps next month. And it is such a beautiful day for a walk here in Sevierville. But let's get back on the road and head towards Pigeon Forge. As we're passing by Skyland Ranch and Tanger Outlets, I'm going to touch on crowds real quick for the month of September. It shouldn't be very busy, especially during weekdays. October will get busy with a lot of people wanting to see all the different fall colors, but September is a great month to be here as far as crowds, aside from the one car show weekend we'll be touching on here in just a little bit. As we cross over the Little Pigeon River and enter into Pigeon Forge, let's take a right over here and check out the progress on the Nerf and Crayola Experience building, which it could be that they're spending all their time and energy on the inside and then they'll work on the outside. But even from what I can see on the inside, it doesn't look like much has changed from last month. I'm still not confident that it will open this year, as they're projected to open fall of 2024. When it comes to Wonderworks, they do have a homeschool special throughout the month of September and October. On weekdays, you can get a ticket for $13.99, or if you have a group of 10 or more people, you can get tickets for $11.99. As we pass by the local goat, I want to take a left up here and check out the Inn at Christmas place for just a moment. Looks like they're working on a Margaritaville Compass Hotel over here to the left. Let's see if we can take a right over here to the inn. You can see the giant hot tub is filled with water, along with the pool is filled up with water. And I actually see Lucas from Lucas Lagoons down there. It is looking really nice. So that should be opening very soon. And just down the street from the inn, you have Magiquest, which has a first responder deal this month from September 6th through the 15th. You can get free admission to Magiquest, and you can pay only $10 for any of your guests that are with you. So even if you're not a first responder, feel free to pass this video on to any you know so they can save some money this month here at Magiquest. So we passed by Wares Valley. We're coming up to the Truth Traveler up here on the right by the Publix, which looks about the same. Nothing major to really stop and show you of the Truth Traveler. Pretty similar from last month. As we approach the island in Pigeon Forge, right next to it is the LeConte Convention Center, which will be home to the Fall Rod Run, which is September 12th through the 14th. So expect it to be very crowded on that particular weekend. Then on September 20th and 21st, they'll have a Bluegrass Festival at the LeConte Center. But again, the busiest weekend for the month of September is going to be the 12th, 13th, and 14th, with the Fall Rod Run going on here in Pigeon Forge. We go by some of these shopping areas. I don't see a whole lot that has changed recently. Looks like they're still working on the go-kart track over here to the left near the Old Mill. As we drive through the Old Mill Avenue, up here on the left where there is the Shark Souvenir store, They did add in a new Domino's next to the giant shark over here to the left. So everybody probably has a Domino's somewhere near them, so I'm not going to stop and highlight because the inside it looks, well, like a Domino's. So as we're coming towards the end of Pigeon Forge, I did want to highlight Dollywood as they will be kicking off their Harvest Festival on September 9th and will run through October 28th. When it does kick off on September 9th, we'll be going inside to give you some highlights of their new food, putting together a tasting pass guide, as they should have a new tasting pass, and help you decide if the tasting pass is worth it, and give you some highlights of all the different pumpkins they have throughout Dollywood. Some theme parks have a separate ticketed event like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, or Universal Studios has Halloween Horror Nights, which is a separate event. I just wanted you to keep in mind their Harvest Festival or their Great Pumpkin Luminites is part of your general admission. I know some of you might already know that, but every year I notice people asking, is what Dollywood doing at night? Is that a separate event? No, it's part of your admission. So you can go and spend the whole day there. You're not going to be asked to leave to have a separate wristband or anything like that. You can enjoy everything Dollywood has to offer, and we'll do our best to show you what's new when that kicks off September 9th. So we are now officially leaving Pigeon Forge, and we are headed to Gatlinburg. We've been stuck behind a trolley, and the trolley pulled out, but then another one took its place. We'll get there eventually. This is not a bad place to be in traffic by any means. I'd take this over LA any day. As we come up to the Gatlinburg bypass, you can avoid downtown Gatlinburg and head into some different places in the national park. My hope is to get out to the national park a bit more next month. This month is going to be kind of busy. We'll be checking out Dollywood and some other festivals that I'll be covering here in just a moment. Now that we've officially made it into Gatlinburg, I'm going to take an immediate right into Herbert Holt Park. This is where I plan to park and go for a walk with you guys. As we begin our walk in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, got the black BMW to the left. We got one of the many free trolleys you can utilize downtown. Looks like Hillbilly Golf is open right now, as they were closed for a little bit. And line is not bad at all. I could just hop in line and head up top to play some golf. But the next place I want to point out is over here on the right. Across the street, they are working on Pizza Rio. So I just chatted with the owner, and we were talking about what the menu is going to be like at the Gatlinburg location here. And he was saying that it should be very, very similar to the Pizza Rio in Pigeon Forge, which we really enjoy. The main differences would be the number of beers they have on tap, since this is a smaller space. But otherwise, it should be very similar. But that should, again, they're aiming for September 15th. You'll be able to come by and have a fantastic Brazilian pizza experience here in Gatlinburg. If you haven't checked out our other Pizza Rio video to see what it's like, we'll put that down in the pinned comment you can check out after you watch this video. So as we're passing by the Ripley's Mountain Coaster, I was told by somebody from Ripley's this morning that they should have a Ripley's Cybertruck up at the Believe It or Not Museum. Hopefully they will. I'm a big Cybertruck fan. It would be amazing if I could actually get in the thing. I mentioned earlier in the video that we went to Seasons 101 for our anniversary. I was kind of tempted to bring Bree over here to Chesapeake's, as that's one of our favorite. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. Let's go see if we can catch up to the Cybertruck. As we come up to Anakeesta across the street, they have their Bearvarian Fall Festival kicking off September 13th, and it will run through October 31st. We went to this last year and enjoyed all the fall decorations that were out. You can get a beer tasting card for only $21.99. With each card, you'll be able to get 6 8-ounce pours of beer from multiple locations around the park. So we already have a date set aside to come back to Anakeesta when it does kick off their new fall festival on September 13th. Let's keep going for a walk down the street past the Mountain Mall. It's really not too busy, and as I said earlier in the video, I wouldn't expect crowds to be too bad in September, but anticipate them picking up in October as people are coming to see all the different fall colors. And right now you can see a number of different bears along the walkway here. They're going to be swapped out with different pumpkin people starting, I believe, around September 4th or 5th is when they should have a lot of the different pumpkin people that are out here. And they should have 30 different pumpkin characters out along this main strip of downtown Gatlinburg. And there is a scavenger hunt you can do if you download the Visit Gatlinburg app. So if you have kids or grandkids and you just want to walk up and down the streets of Gatlinburg, you can do that. And they can do a little scavenger hunt trying to find all the different pumpkin people here in Gatlinburg. And the city has encouraged businesses to not put out actual pumpkins that would encourage bears to come in and get food downtown and to try to be as bear-wise as possible. And as we come to what was Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy, which is now the Sugar Baby, we recently came here and did a deep dive video on everything they have on their menu. So you can click up on the top right of your screen or down in the pinned comment if you want to see what Sugar Baby is like. You can see next to Loco Burrow and the Johnny Rockets, what should become the Puckers Sports Bar. Looks like there's still some work to be done on the inside, and the outside is coming along, but I don't think it's going to be September. I would assume it's going to take some time to finish it and hire people, train people. So we're probably looking sometime October, November, and I still don't see any businesses up and running in this building yet. As we come up to the Skypark, I can see up above they have some progress on the expansion they've been doing up top. So hopefully I'll get up there soon and give you guys a new tour of the Skypark here in Gatlinburg. We have arrived to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, and there is Audie, the Cybertruck I was hoping to run into. So I was just chatting with Dustin, a really nice guy. He was explaining that this is the official Ripley's Cybertruck that is traveling around the different places where there are Ripley's attractions. So it's here in the Smokies for 11 days. And I have always wanted to get in a Cybertruck. And they have some Ripley's Cybertruck stickers. Oh, you better believe I'm bringing one of these to Micah. I did ask Dustin, he said aside from the outside, the interior is basically a standard Cybertruck. I gotta sit in this for a second. Okay, I know this has nothing to do with what's new, but I've always wanted to do this. Yeah, I think I could get used to this. All right, this thing's pretty sweet. So I did grab some extra Cybertruck stickers. And if you want to drop a comment on the video, we'll pick a couple comments at random and I'll send you one of these Cybertruck stickers along with one of our channel stickers. Just drop a comment of any kind on this video. If you haven't yet liked the video, drop a like down below. But let's see what else is going on down the street here. So it looks like the moving theater is shut down at the moment. I'm not sure for how long. I do know that the Ripley's Haunted Adventure should start getting busy as it gets closer to Halloween. As we come up to this Gatlinburg, Tennessee sign, there's always lots of little conferences and things that I can't always cover every little thing we do, but I'll put up on the screen right now a couple of other events going on in the area that I haven't touched on. I know fall officially begins September 22nd. I'm looking forward to some cool weather, but I don't know what I was thinking wearing a black shirt and black hat today. As I'm walking along downtown, it is still pretty warm. But I'll tell you one place that is very cool is on the Cloud Catcher Zipline experience here at Ober Mountain. I just did this and it was an amazing experience. You can go watch our full video on the Cloud Catcher. It is the highest zip line in the Smokies. It was both terrifying and a lot of fun. Definitely go check out that video after you watch this one. Ober Mountain also kicks off their fall festival September 20th. They'll still have giant pumpkin carvings, but they'll have them indoors as they're trying their best to be bear-wise. And we're gonna try to head back up to Ober Mountain when that fall festival kicks off on September 20th to show you all the new food and decorations they have going on for their fall festival. As we make it to the end of downtown Gatlinburg, I want to show you something in the national park in just a moment. But first, I wanted to take a right on this street over here. I wanted to point out this CC's Buffet, which I know is not necessarily the best pizza place in town by any means, but I wanted to point out that on Mondays and Tuesdays through November 12th, they do have a $4.99 adult buffet. $4.99, guys. I know inflation is tough out there, so if you're finding ways to make a trip out here more affordable, you could schedule in on a Monday or Tuesday to say, hey, we're hitting the national park and we're gonna pull in here and just grab a $4.99 dinner. I just went inside and I confirmed that there is a code on their website. So if you're here on a Monday or Tuesday, there are also a number of CC locations in Pigeon Forge. So whether the one here in Gatlinburg, or if you're looking to save some money, you could hit up one of the CC's in Pigeon Forge. Like I said, $4.99. And CC's does have a little bit of a salad bar, not a big one, nothing compared to the Park Grill over here or back behind me at the Peddler, which are our favorite two salad bars in the area. But let me walk over here to the National Park sign and show you what they've been working on. Oh, shade. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. As I'm walking over to this National Park sign, I'm walking alongside the Gatlinburg Trail, which is right by that CC's we're at. And it's one of the only trails here in the National Park that you can actually walk your dog. So from the Gatlinburg entrance sign, if you just walk a little bit further, you can see they added more sidewalk over here, leading you up to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park sign. And as we walk up to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park sign that a lot of people enjoy stopping at and taking a photo in front of, they have gotten a lot of the graffiti removed. The last time I was here and did a video with this sign, I mean, it was just covered with graffiti. So it is looking a whole lot better. Well, that's gonna wrap up what's new for the month of September. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are you looking forward to the most? Or is there something that we didn't cover you'd like to make sure we cover in October? Drop your thoughts down below. We'll, again, try to give away some stickers based on some random comments. If you've watched this far in the video, we thank God for you. We appreciate all your support. So check out some of the other videos I mentioned down in the description or the pinned comment. And you might want to check out this video. And again, make sure you're subscribed. All right, we love you guys. Take care. Have a great September. Bye. Adios.